The White House is not commenting after a union leader brought up President Obama's name during former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich's corruption trial. In testimony this week, the labor leader said President Obama personally asked him to approach Blagojevich about appointing longtime friend Valerie Jarrett to his Illinois Senate seat. Defense lawyers claim that the union leader's version of events contradicts what the Obama administration said took place. And yesterday, White House Press Secretary Robert Gibbs brushed aside questions about the testimony.
You're telling me about this testimony. I'm not going to get into comment on obviously an ongoing trial, and I have not had an opportunity to see that.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Put this down for a second. This is. Let me ask you about what's going on out of Chicago, and I not only would talk about this trial because what's coming out in testimony and depositions completely different from what the White House has said. According to the testimony, the White House was very locked in on this process when they claimed that there was not a case. I want to talk about that. Then I want to talk about Mark Kirk as well, because for some reason Chicago, the so-called second city, lives in a parallel universe, and we don't talk about it enough here in, I can't believe we're not following this trial more closely or Mark Kirk more closely, because it touches on politics in D.C. so much.
If this were a New York trial, and this would be gripping the media and the nation.
So there is a huge disconnect between what the Obama administration has been saying and what is coming out in testimony. The Chicago papers are all over.
You know, we have to talk about context before in terms of the Kagan hearings and the Pentagon recruitment thing. People forget, because most people think of Blagojevich now as this national joke because we learned about him when he first was under legal problems. He was the governor of Illinois. He had presidential aspirations. He was a player, a huge player. So people like Barack.
And in 2002, Barack Obama got together with him, backed him.
So if you were a senator from Illinois like Barack Obama or a congressman from Illinois like Rahm Emanuel, that was your governor. You had to deal with him. They knew he was a little bit off. They knew that he was tough to deal with, but they dealt with him. They had to. And the stuff that's coming out in the trial makes that clear. That open Senate seat was something that they weren't being passive about. They cared about it.
But they claimed, though, that they were. And I remember we had David Axelrod on here, and they were quite insistent that they just did not care and did not do anything. And frankly, it sounded a little strange to me.
Right. There would not be the Chicago or Illinois way to let something of value just float away.